Hey, and welcome back to Rev Limited. Today we are not in the shop, we are at my house, specifically in my son's room. We're actually working on the 3D printers. We've had our 3D printer for about 2 years, and it's really just been a hobby up until this point, but now we're actually starting to make more and more things for the shop, so we decided to upgrade. So we picked up a new machine, and we do need a better place to keep it. It's currently on a coffee table that I built. It's pretty sturdy, but with the old machine, it was so slow that you couldn't tell that it was actually shaking the table. The new machine, on the other hand, is. So we need to build a Workbench grade table to hold our 3D printer. This will keep it more stable and minimize vibration, allowing for better print quality. Honestly, this didn't turn out as well as I hoped. We do have 1.5 by 3-inch boards now. We could have just ripped down 2x4's, but I was hoping that these would actually be straighter since they were cut out of 2x12's. Honestly, I probably would have been better off just using 2x4's, but they were only about $5 more getting the 2x12's, so not a big deal. Next step is to cut them down with the miter saw. Now we have a stack of wood. We just need a flat spot to glue it down. I checked out the Workbench. It is not very flat. It's definitely been beat on over the years. So we're gonna use the concrete. Should be flat enough. Alright, we're getting the first layer ready. We've got the front picked out. We're using the floor as our reference point to counter it as the top. So if we have any bad spots in the wood, we're going to point them up. The good spots will be down. The front looks pretty good. We tried to pick some without knots, and we're staggering it out. This full table is going to be 6 feet wide. We marked out a rough 6-foot marking in the floor. So as long as we can overhang that a little bit, then we'll be fine. All right, so it's the next day. The glue is dry, so let's flip it over and see how it looks. So we'll need to put this upside down and let it dry on the bottom side. You ready? Okay. All right, when painting the legs, I'm gonna start with some self-etching primer, since we do have some raw steel. Alright, so I want to recess the wood so that these can fit a little more flush and that they're not sticking out. One little trick, if you start with your router, start on the outside, work your way in, and you can use a framing square as your guide for the router. Alright, going to start on the bottom side, and we're just going to do up until the edges, and then after it dries, we're going to flip it over and do the top side. Alright, so we've got the wood stained, we've got them flipped back over. These are the bottoms, so we're going to go ahead and urethane the bottom first and then let that dry and flip it over, and we'll polyurethane the rest of it. What we are running is a, let's see, ultra flat urethane. Never used this before, we'll just see what it looks like. So just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and weigh this table. We've got a scale down there, and got that. Let's see, we'll turn this on. All right, so we've got a scale down there. So what do you think it's going to weigh? Put it down in the comments, make your guess, and let's just figure out what it is. So we've got the two-piece, we got the top, we got the bottom, and the legs. All right, so that's 100 pounds there. That's better. 200. Okay, get the screws, put the legs on there as well. Easy. There we go. 220 pounds, 4 ounces.
Cause it's funny.
What are you looking at?
Move.
You like it?
Yes. It works.
What?
You gotta explain stuff now.
I don't have to. Oh gosh.
Well, now you gotta explain stuff.
Wow, it doesn't give it all.
It works. My turn.
Doesn't bend at all? Yeah, it's
It works.
a 3-inch thick table. Now I need to jump on it.
I mean, it would probably take it.
They probably take it.
I don't want you to mess up the finish.
I know, I'm not going to.
Alright.